let's take a moment to reflect the significance of this occasion. St. John Paul II Network of Education has taken a giant leap by becoming an authorized Cambridge examination center. So this collaboration, it will open up a world of opportunities for our students and strengthen the academic excellence we stand for. To commence our proceedings, I would like to invite Reverend Father Eugene De Silva, Head of English of St. John Paul II Institute, to invoke the blessings of the Almighty God on this beautiful, significant and historic occasion so that the entire event will be unto the glory of God.
Would you mind joining in the hymn, please?
When I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds that have so made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, the portal of the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Once again, a pleasant morning to you all. His Lordship Bishop Valence Mendis, Mr. T.K. Arunashalam, the Reverend Father Ashok Priyantha, Reverend Father Ajit Prasanna Fernando, the Rector of St. John Paul II Network of Education, Reverend Father Nilil Koza, Mr. Kevin Coyne, Mr. Manish Puri, Ms. Panchalika Kulatunga, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. By knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches, says the Holy Bible. Aforementioned verse reaffirms that wisdom, understanding, and knowledge are the enriching facets that make individual rich and prosperous while venturing with cosmopolitan demands of the modern society. Education being one of the key attributes of our congregation today, we are being called to enrich the souls and minds of Generation Alpha in assured serenity and conformity. Thereby, it is with great pleasure I officiate that, with the grace of Almighty God, St. John Paul II Institute of Higher Education has achieved a significant milestone by becoming an esteemed exam center for Cambridge English examinations, supplemented with a thorough scrutiny and international protocols, banners and set standards. We are now apt to offer a multitude of benefits and unique learning opportunities to both the students of the school network as well other students, adults and professionals in the region. Having established Decinium back under the patronage of His Lordship Bishop Valence Mendis, St. John Paul II Institute of Higher Education strives to provide all our candidates, stakeholders, and respective professionals with ample opportunities and challenges to excel in English language and higher studies. The vision of His Lordship, therefore, is further expanded and immersed in partnering with Cambridge English. In realizing aforementioned noble pursuit, the Diocese of Chilao has 76 Reverend Fathers and Reverend Sisters working in the field of education. Therefore, I firmly believe that we all can work collectively to provide our students the best Cambridge English qualifications and an exceptional learning experience. It is therefore our intention to mold and fashion the right personalities and attitudes in our candidates, both of which are highly regarded and applauded in the corporate world and to supplement corporate lingo of each with professional backing. As a newly set up Cambridge Exam Centre, JBI will expand its services to students and professionals in the northwestern province and even beyond, while manifesting a diverse range of internationally recognized English language certifications, which would cater to various proficiency levels that would empower learners to validate their language skills and unlocking opportunities for studying abroad, advancing in careers, and bolstering confidence in English communication. At this momentous occasion, it is with humble pride that I record how incredibly honored and proud we are to be associated with Cambridge Assessment English, now that we have already established 2 preparation centres in Shillong and Puttalam. Alongside, we are working with a number of reputed government schools in view of future educational and linguistic prospects and partnerships. And we are truly delighted to witness the presence of many principals of government schools at this inauguration this morning. Moreover, the Cambridge authorization for examination signify our unprecedented commitment towards providing world-class language education to all our students. Being an exam center for such a prestigious institution, that of Cambridge, is a testament to the quality of education we offer and genuine commitment to nurture global citizens. Finally, may we offer our sincere gratitude to the highly professional, friendly, and dedicated Cambridge team. We feel confident and delighted to work with Mr. Arunachal, Manis Puri, and Mr. Kevin Coyne. Have a blessed day. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank almost, I feel like I've come back to my alma mater, the Loyola College. I'm a product of a Jesuit institution. So after many years, I wasn't expecting to kind of reach out to similar institution in Sri Lanka. So I'd like to thank the leadership of St. John Paul II to kind of take this opportunity to create a center of excellence in Sri Lanka. Today is a day of many firsts. I think when Reverend Father Fernando talked about the relevance of English, and Father Mihiran Isanka Fernando talked about what role the center will play in St. John Paul Institute, it's a culmination of many years of efforts. University of Cambridge, as many of you know, sometimes it's quite humbling to realize that this university is, as on date, 815 years old. We in university, we call it, we are 815 years young, because every day it's a day of learning. Every day there is something new that is happening. And this is what we share, these values are what we share with all our partners. And in Sri Lanka, for many years, almost 7 years, we have stuck to Colombo. We had some great partners in British Council and few other schools. We thought we are serving Sri Lanka, but then we realized that actually we are probably serving the elite of Sri Lanka, someone who can afford to provide English language skills for their children. Many things have changed post-COVID. We realized that parents are a lot more aspirational today. A skill like English language communication, we honestly believe can be a transformative force. The value, the character building that they receive from the school, along with the excellence and the skills, life skills that Cambridge provides, we feel would create a generation of students who are going to be world-class. And when I say world-class, I truly mean it. We are not preparing these students to succeed only in Sri Lanka. South Asia, we have this democratic dividend. So till 2045, the whole of South Asia will probably have more than 50% of our population between 15 to 45 years. These are the population that will make difference to the whole world. So I'm really glad that along with the St. John Paul Institute and Cambridge, we are able to create a platform for students of Sri Lanka to acquire those skills. So why is it very different to what you have done before? For 10 years, St. John Paul Institute has been the recipient. Your students were trained, you were sending these students for examination to one of our centers. What has changed today is that from today you are the center of excellence. We are not only hoping to benefit your own students, which you will do, but actually take this center to all the disadvantaged, because currently when I go around Sri Lanka, there are many parents who want English language skills for their children, but they are at the mercy of maybe their schools. Some of them are very good, but not all of them offer uniform quality, as well as the private language providers whose primary objective is probably to generate profits. So we realized that English again cannot be put into a basket where it's again only for the elite. We were looking around for partners. So with guidance from my colleague Ms. Panchalika Kulotunga and my colleague Kevin Coyne, we realized that a partnership with St. John Paul Institute will ensure that we are able to go back and be true to our mission to provide education excellence to everyone who's got that desire. So today I'm very proud that as part of our mission, we are able to generate this partnership and ensure not only students from this institute. I was told that we have father principals of more than 20 schools as well as government schools as well, because why should students from these institutions be denied an opportunity to acquire world-class skills? So two things we are trying to do with this partnership. One, make it, we call it access. Access to world-class education will now be made available. And the second thing is equity. We want every student who is even not able to afford for programs like this, get that benefit. So that's what this partnership will aim to do. And the last two things I would like to leave with you is that for many years we assumed that the education system will take care of the outcome, provide all the learning, the knowledge and the skills that students need. But like Cambridge, we also realize that all education systems need constant change. So currently, across South Asia, what we are seeing is that English is being taught as an academic subject. Maybe English is a medium of instruction, but when it comes to the demonstration of English language skills, I will share a report because Cambridge conducts a test called IELTS. I'm sure many of you have heard of this test that helps students to study overseas or migrate overseas. The average Sri Lankan student is still not world class. Their reading and writing skills, which you assume when they come from an English medium environment or an international school, is still not world class. We realize that maybe there is a challenge in maybe mistreating English as an academic subject rather than a skill. We want the proficiency of a student to improve in their listening skills, reading skills, writing skills, and finally their speaking skills. As Father Fernando said at the beginning, it's also a tool to gain someone's confidence. English is not just a medium of communication, it is a tool to demonstrate your confidence. So along with confidence and the skills, we feel that if the training is provided, a pedagogically aligned training program for this communicative language teaching will help our students to acquire this as a skill, like computer skills. I'm sure you have seen 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds today using smartphone. There isn't anyone teaching them how to use a smartphone. It's very intuitive. The way the future of education is also to make sure that education provides that entertainment, provides that engagement, and provides that value. So there is a bit of convergence that is happening, and Cambridge is at the forefront of that. So as we have started this partnership, we have developed certain machine learning and artificial intelligence tools for acquiring English language skills, for writing, for speaking. While listening and reading, we can improve by more practice. The school is a perfectly capable instrument to provide that practice for listening and reading. What is happening is that all of us learned our speaking skills or writing skills by a technique called error correction. We write something, we speak something, but someone, a teacher or your friend or someone else or your principal would kind of correct that this is not right, this is how you do it. We have learned through that, but the scale at which education is offered today, it's almost impossible for one principal to find out from their 1,000-odd students saying that this is what is correct, this is incorrect. So we need to find technology solutions that can enable teachers. That leads me to the last point for today. So this partnership is not just to offer the Cambridge qualifications. This partnership is to transform the way English language is being taught. So the commitment from Cambridge is that we would be investing heavily in teacher training. So I was told there are more than 20 school principals. It's an offer from Cambridge. We would send in our expert teacher trainers to make sure that all your English language faculty are trained by us. Because in the world of education, helping a student for scholarships and all of that, there is a measure called 2x. You invest someone's life is transformed, it is 2x of impact you get into the economy. But if you invest in teacher training, it is supposed to give you 10x, because one teacher can impact thousands of students. So this is a commitment from Cambridge. We would, as part of this partnership, commit to fully funding teacher training programs in Sri Lanka. That is done through St. John Paul's Institute. Experts from Cambridge will come in, and this will not be limited to this school, but to all the schools in this network and to the nearby institutions. So your teachers will be trained by Cambridge without any cost, and then the hope is that they can go back to their schools, conduct this training program to your students to benefit them over a period, and then finally they can appear for a Cambridge certification to demonstrate that they are world class. Today I'm very pleased that the last batch of students have done really well. And a couple of things that struck me was that when I introduced to these young kids, they were very confident. They said thank you, and they could kind of have a conversation. These are all skills that you would want the students to kind of imbibe. So our commitment to teacher training through this partnership will be strengthened. We want to make sure that world-class teacher training is made available to everyone. And through that, students can be impacted wherever they are. And finally, this partnership will transform, as we call, a center of excellence. It will support teacher training, it will support student training, it will deliver certification. So examination, students need not travel anywhere. Today, this is the first time I'm coming to Venapuva. From Colombo, from my hotel, it's about 60 kilometers. I was told that normally kids from here are put on a bus, they go all the way to Colombo to do an examination. I think it creates a lot of anxiety for both the children and the parents. There is no center available north of Negombo, so we are very delighted that this will be the first center north of Negombo and Colombo to make sure we can support students. We do not want children traveling to access. So thank you very much to the leadership of the St. John Paul II Institute for showing this vision under the guidance of His Lordship. When I came in, when the flags were hoisted, I was very pleasantly surprised that this is the school that was created under his leadership 10 years back. And it's a proud moment to see the institute growing strong year by year, day by day. My final message is that this is a partnership. This is not a commercial relationship. So while we have certain asks on quality, we have certain asks on integrity, because these tests are recognized world over. We want to make sure that the tests are delivered like the IELTS test to the highest levels of integrity. But it's a two-way partnership. It is not we alone telling you. You can also come back and tell us that for Sri Lankan students, this is not viable. This is not culturally appropriate. So we want to learn from that as well. So it's a two-way communication to understand what Sri Lankan students want and make sure we can support that. So with that, I wish this center, LK125, the first center north of Negombo, and Father Isanka for showing this vision to kind of start this center. I always go for these inaugurations. To be honest, inauguration is the most easiest thing. Running the center day in, day out, ensuring excellence is delivered day in and day out is a challenge. But we are happy and confident that if at all anyone can do it, it is St. John Paul II. With that, I'll end my brief speech and like to thank the organizers for inviting us to this very momentous day. Thank you and wishing you all the best. Thank you.
historic moment where we launched, as Starunachalam said, a partnership with Cambridge Network. It goes without saying that Cambridge education is a very well recognized high quality educational system, I would say, and we are very privileged to be associated today with this Cambridge Education Network, and for which we thank you, Mr. Arunachalam, and all your colleagues who are here. It is because of your collaboration and spirit of goodwill, and as I heard from your speech, the heart that you have for the poor and the marginalized, that this has been realized today. So we are very thankful, and you have come all the way from India and to be with us. You have extended your stay because I was not available until yesterday, and thank you so much, and we appreciate it very much. And about English and about education, we have dedicated the best possible resources, I mean the human resources, as Father Sanka mentioned in his speech. We have 76 priests and religious sisters who are full-time in education. The reason being, in the Putlam district, the northwestern province, we found when we assessed the situation a few years ago that the standard of education is extremely low on the whole. And within that framework, the English education, there's nothing to talk about it. And even now, in the Putlam district, this northwestern province, if you consider the schools, the government schools, among the number of schools, only 20% of schools have science medium. Or the 80% doesn't, although they have A level, advanced level, there is no science medium. Only about 25% have science and commerce media. And only all the other schools, about 80%, have only arts in advanced level. So as a result, this whole crisis that has emerged in this country, education is partly responsible. I mean, the quality of education that we have provided for the last so many years. You received independence in 1947, and we received in 48, and all are responsible. Those who govern these countries are responsible for education. And in Sri Lanka, of course, every year the policies are changed, education. I heard that last week our president has said that the policies of education cannot be changed according to each one's whims and fancies. So that is why we thought it is our duty to get involved in education, and today my priests know that we consider it sacred. Our involvement in education is sacred. We have two hands. One is our missionary activity as a priest and a religious. Other one is education. Both are sacred to us, and we wholeheartedly dedicate ourselves for the good of the children, which is our future. And talking about this institute, we have come a long way, as it was mentioned, and we have programs in various fields of education, especially IT and languages. Our dream is to, we have been discussing during the last 2 years, to affiliate this institute to a university, searching for a university globally to be affiliated to conduct various programs, especially IT. So, and we were searching for an IT campus, to make this an IT campus affiliated to an university. We are still on the search for that. And God gave us this affiliation for Cambridge, of course not for IT, but something which is equally or more important, that is English. So we are very proud and thankful to you and thankful to God for this wonderful opportunity, because to join hands with Cambridge, to have that partnership with Cambridge is something which we did not imagine even in our discussions. We were imagining to have a university to conduct other programs, to give recognition. And in your speech, Mr. Arunachalam, I found that in addition to teaching, you are also training the teachers, teacher training programs. And we also have in our own way with Father Neville especially, we have tried to conduct locally teacher training programs, but then what you say is of a very, very superior quality, and we look forward to such collaboration in training our teachers, because as you will know, if I may speak in a little different wavelength, recently somebody asked in an interview, what is a good school? So different people gave different answers, and finally the answer was that a good school means where there are good teachers. There are no good children. Children are children. No, we say children are children, but a school becomes a good school when there are good teachers. What do you mean by good teachers? Is exactly what you said, where they are able to reach out to the child with skills, especially with life skills, human skills, language skills, and various other interpersonal skills, which are indeed part of holistic education. So we are very happy to have that partnership, and we welcome you to our country more often, and to see what is happening. And we would also like to send our priest to India, or maybe to go to England with you sometime, so that our network becomes richer day by day. And then another point is, we launched this historic event at a very relevant occasion to our country. Why I say that is, now we are an island and we need to reach out to the global world, globally. And most of our people are doing that, trying to reach out. But unfortunately, trying to reach out to other parts of the world without the necessary skills, and basically English language. Now, because of the situation that we have fallen in our country, a lot of people are migrating. Very soon, there will be singular diaspora. Up to now, there was only Tamil diaspora. Because of the war that existed, civil war, our innocent Tamil people fled the country, and then now they are located in various parts of the world, especially Switzerland, Germany, and in certain countries like that, where they have received asylum. Also England. Now there is a new diaspora emerging from the Sinhalese, where you must see the queue in the passport office. People are queuing to get passports and visas to go abroad because there is nothing here, nothing left here. So therefore, in a situation like that, English language, what English language can provide to our children and to our youth is of immense help, because our people sometimes go without any skill. Therefore, we have started a nursing school in Shillong. A nursing school, of course, in collaboration with the government. We have started a caregiver program, which gives them worth, value to their immigration. And then we try to offer other languages as well, like French and Italian, because when they go, if they can't talk, they are treated like slaves. So, to empower our people, our children, especially English, of course English has become the #1 world language. Wherever you go, France or Germany, Italy, they also teach English now. Not like those days. Sometime, many years ago, if you go to France, you wouldn't hear of teaching English in schools. But now it has changed. So, especially in the language of IT, English is the language. So, having said that, this venture is something very timely, that's what I'm trying to say, to bolster the talent of our people and children, so that they will go to the world migrate or whatever, or diaspora, and someday this country would be like what happened to the Jewish people. Jewish people were in diaspora because they had no country, and then they went and they built up outside their country. They became strong outside their country, and now they have come back. Now they have come back to Israel, and you know what Israel is today. So like that, our people will go. They have already gone, some of them, and hopefully they will come back and make our nation a proud nation. Maybe, I don't know how long it will be. It will be after many years. It's in God's hands. And then we are partnership with you for that purpose, to build up our country which has fallen. And finally, because you're from India, I want to conclude with this. Recently we had a big festival in one of our shrines, and in the sermon, it was live on TV, I spoke about Mahatma Gandhi. I said, in order to liberate this country, of course education is something that we are also doing, but in order to build this country, we need Mahatma Gandhis today. Why I said that is, we need people who are selfless, not looking to gain for themselves, but totally who are able to sacrifice their life for the good of the others, for the good of the people. And those people are very rare. So we have to pray that there will be Mahatma Gandhis in this country, so that all our efforts would be also in vain if there is no proper background to hold. So we are in a desperate situation in the country, and your presence gives us a lot of hope and strength, for which we are very thankful. And last but not least, I want to thank Father Rector, Father Ajit, for organizing this event. Of course, the force behind it was Father Isanka, the director of Cambridge Network. And I thank the two of them and the other fathers of the staff and our dear staff members. And thank you very much, and thank you for your presence. And we look forward for your prayerful support to carry on this venture. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Reverend Fathers and Sisters, representatives from Cambridge English, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of St. John Paul II Institute of Higher Education, it is with immense gratitude and joy that I stand here just now to extend our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to every one of you for obliging our invitation and for your gracious presence at this momentous occasion, the inauguration of JPI as an authorized center for Cambridge examinations. This event would not have been possible without the unwavering support and collaborative efforts of many of our friends and teams who dedicated their time, energy, and lent their expertise to make today a resounding success. First and foremost, we praise and thank Almighty God for His blessings and guidance. We extend our deepest gratitude to our distinguished guests and dignitaries who have honored us with their presence today. Your presence here today not only signals your own belief in the importance of education, but also strengthens our own commitment to providing quality education to our children that open doors to brighter futures for them. We are profoundly grateful to the Cambridge English Assessment Team and Cambridge University for placing their trust in us and granting us the privilege to become an authorized center for Cambridge English examinations. Your guidance and support have been instrumental in making this prestigious accreditation a reality. Our heartfelt thanks go to the dedicated members of our institute, staff and students. Your hard work and commitment to excellence, in fact, remotely but substantially, laid the foundation for this achievement. We look forward to continuing our journey towards academic excellence together with you, hand in hand. A special note of appreciation goes to all those who have contributed to the planning and execution of this event. Reverend Father Rector, Father Director, Head of English, the event coordination team, and all others who played a tremendous role in making today's inauguration a seamless and memorable experience. We also express our gratitude to the parents, guardians, and well-wishers who supported our students throughout their academic endeavors. Your encouragement and guidance are invaluable. Lastly, but by no means least, we wish to acknowledge the tireless efforts of our maintenance and support staff, without who the Institute's physical infrastructure would not be as impeccable as it is today. In conclusion, let us reflect on the significance of this moment. Today, we embark on a new chapter in our commitment to education at JPI, to nurturing young minds and to empowering our students to reach for the stars. We are excited about the possibilities that lie ahead and determined to continue striving for excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, we reserve one last special act of appreciation for the very end. It is the pleasure of JPI to present 5 tokens of appreciation to 5 very special people for the very special support and guidance that the 5 of them have always been only too willing to extend to us. May I first invite Reverend Father Ajit Prasanna, the Rector of St. John Paul II Network of Education, to hand over the tokens of appreciation to His Lordship Bishop Valence Mendes and to Mr. T.K. Arunachalam.